I truly enjoy living in Central Florida, but I have to tell you, over the summertime, it can get more than just a bit warm. After all, it's only the beginning of July, and it's already 90 some odd degrees outside. But see this over here? This is my Prevost, and I'm looking ahead. I have pretty much a free summer. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a road trip, not just any road trip, because I'm giving this one a name. So stay tuned, because when I come back, I'm going to be joined by my friend Siren, and we're going to embark on the Gadget Guru's Escape the Humidity road trip. So stay tuned, because that starts right now on the Gadget Guru. If you've watched my previous Prevost for Newbies series, you probably already know who this is. Sitting in the navigator's seat, this is Siren Williams. Now Siren, so I don't forget to post this later, we're going to put this on the screen. What's your Instagram account?
It's at Siren Williams.
Okay, and all you have to do is just go there and they can follow you and they can keep up with a lot of your swimwear, your blog, and a lot of the other things you do. Now, here's what we're doing. We're heading up to Petoskey, Michigan. Now we're starting in Central Florida, so granted we're doing this in legs. Our first leg is taking us to one of my favorite campgrounds in the country, and it's the Claystone Campground at Lake Tobesofsky. Now, I'm a little hesitant about telling everybody about this place because they only have a few big rig sites, but boy, they are gorgeous. In fact, when I did a story, and it's on gadgetguru.com, on Claystone, after my first visit last year, a little bit over a year ago, boy, that story got a lot of views. It's the #1 story on gadgetguru.com. So we're going up there, going to spend a couple of nights there. Now I have a toll booth right here. Let me get through that. But we made it through. Okay, so we're heading up to Claystone. Now, Siren, I got to ask you a question, because, you know, when we've traveled a lot together, in fact, we've done almost this same route. I think the last time we went from Tampa when we came up to Petoskey. In fact, we're going to Hartside Grove. And I have a treat for you once we get up there. You'll just have to stay tuned to see that one. Let me go on and ask you. Now, we know there's a lot of fun things like having your own bathroom and having your own bed while traveling on the road and having great air conditioning. But what is the biggest pain there is when it comes to travel by motorhome?
Probably planning the trip and then the navigation itself.
Well, you're sitting in the navigation seat, and as you can see right over here, we pretty much rely on this Garmin. I believe that's a 770. That thing does a great job. But when we come to the actual navigation, there'll be times when I'm talking, said, okay, Siren, where's our next rest area? How far are we to that? How about a diesel stop? How does the in and out of that work? And I know you use various apps to help us, because you can zoom in. A lot of it's Google Maps, so you can look ahead and to see how we're doing. Now, let me tell you about this program. It's called RV Triplets. Now, I gave this a quick look last year when another friend was traveling with me, May, and she was tasked with trying to find our next travel plans. She found it. I looked at it. It was a little rough last year, but this year, just a month or so ago, I picked it up. Now, here's how this works. Now, this is not an app. This is an online program. I found it best. It works better on a desktop browser. And while it does work on a tablet, I found it's kind of jittery. Not recommending it for that yet. Now, let me know. From what I've found out to date, and I'm going to get all this confirmed, it's not a GPS program. What it is, it's a navigation program, a trip planning program. There's a difference, you know, of having GPS. For example, when Siren pulled it up while we were going, it could not find us on the map. But when you're at home and you're planning your trip, or you're at a campground trying to find your next one, what you do, you go through, you put your starting point. Now, it can find your current location, and I'm not sure how it does it if it's not using GPS. That might just be using your IP address. Not exactly sure on that one. And then you put in your destination. It will give you a route. Now, granted, you've put in all the specifics about your motorhome, so supposedly it's a safe route. Here's what I really, really like about it. You see these two circles? They're concentric circles. I hope that's the right word. I have it set up where the one on the inside is a 250 mile radius from my starting point. The one on the outside is a 300 mile radius from my starting point. And in this way, now you hit this button over here, see all these little dots here? These are all campgrounds. Now this way I can start looking for campgrounds that are, near my desired range. Now here's what gets even better. Now what I can do, I can click on this and then it's going to open another page. Now this page, and this is where the tie-in to multiple sites comes in. This will take you to RV park reviews where you can, see the review, what other people are saying. You can find out if for your size rig, if they're saying it's easy in, easy out, or whatever. And then you can just go back to it and add it to your trip. Now, to make it even better, you can go through, you can add things like rest areas. As I want to tell you, I like to have every rest area. I want to know where it is before we get to it. Granted, we'll see the signs, because as we've learned, not every rest area that's on a map is open when we get there. And what we're going to do as we go through today, we're going to check the accuracy. I put everyone down. I also put 3 different types of diesel truck stops down here. I put Love's, Flying J, and Truck Stops of America. We're also going to check the accuracy of that. That was long-winded, Siren. What do you think of all that?
I think that's all exactly what people need to know if they're going to plan a trip like this.
I showed you the program, I guess it is a program, it's an online program, for the first time. Anything that stood out to you that would make your life easier when it came to trip planning?
Sure. I think knowing where everything is in order of, when you're driving, I think is extremely helpful, and knowing where campgrounds are, and if you had an emergency, you at least would know if you had to get into, say, a little campground that could possibly accommodate you, you might have an option there if you need it, or mostly just knowing where your fuel stops are and your rest areas and things like that, I think.
Okay, we just topped off the tanks at Love's. We're heading 75 north. We've been in the bus about an hour and a half. Siren's been following along on the log or the printout that we created from RV Trip Wizard. Okay, on there we have rest areas, we have diesel stops from 3 majors, from Love's, from Truck Stops of America, and from Flying J that are on your printout. What have you noticed so far?
Well, I know that for the rest areas, it gives us the mile marker, so they're easy to find. But for the fuel stops, it doesn't. We have the amount of, the number of miles from the last stop, and we have the time that it will take to get there, like if it's an hour away or whatever. But we don't have the actual mile marker. That would be helpful.
I think it would too. I know that 2 of the questions that I'm asking you, as we go, city to city, state to state on the highway, is simply, how far to the next rest area? Might need to get out and stretch our legs. How far to the next, diesel stop? One that we want to go to that is easy in, easy out. Having the mile markers is a really good thing. I guess I'll ask, RV Trip Wizard, is this something that I overlooked in the programming, or is this something that is room for improvement? Any other final thoughts on that?
Not really.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I have a question for you. You notice we have truck traffic out here, but we're not seeing a lot of RVs or motorhomes out today. And I think the reason is so that you can kind of get the time frame. It's July 9th. It's a Monday. It's the Monday after the 4th of July weekend. With 4th of July being on a Wednesday, there were 2 weekends that, in Florida, there was a lot of RV traffic down here. This is actually a pretty good time to travel. It's not too bad. We haven't had any slowdowns. Knock on wood that we're not going to have it. What did you do for 4th of July?
I really didn't do anything. I treated it like another day, and I didn't see any fireworks or anything like that.
No fireworks. No. You got to see fireworks on 4th of July. I got a big dose of fireworks. I went to Disney World and had a great perch outside the Contemporary Hotel overlooking the Magic Kingdom. And I have to tell you, after watching that display, nobody does fireworks like Disney. Granted, they do it every night, but for the holidays, they really outdo themselves with the music, the light show. It's just the whole experience. Any other words of wisdom, Siren?
I don't think so. Keep our eyes on the road.
Okay, we're almost at our destination. Today's leg from Orlando to Macon, Georgia was right at 350 miles. We're just a few miles from the destination at Claystone Campground at Lake Tobosofsky in Macon, Georgia. So that's it for this leg. What we're going to do, we're going to hang out for a day at the campground. I'm going to put some video up. I want you to see what this place is like. It's very, very cool. And remember, the easiest way to keep posted on my news stories and videos is to simply like us on Facebook, facebook.com/thegadgetguru. Don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. And if you like this video, you're surely going to like one of these. That's it for now. I'm the Gadget Guru, Indy Park.